Welcome to PC Behavior and Tech Labs. In this video I will demonstrate my next project, which is a Man of War game controller. And it's not actually ready yet, but I would like to show you what I have done so far. This is actually the controller itself. So these are the keys, which each one has one, two, or maybe three different functions. Like for example this one, which is the F1 to select fragment grenade when you are direct controlling or when you are controlling an infantry. It can be the ammo change when you control tank, which you can select high explosive or armor piercing shells, and also using the shift key, which is this one. This is the shift key for the controller. It can become the tab key, which will reveal the dropped items. So there are many shortcuts here. I will not explain each one which shortcut has, because you can find them in my website, all of them. What's special about this controller is not only the shortcuts, but it's this very joystick. This joystick will simulate the four arrow keys of a normal keyboard. So when you do this move of the joystick, is like you press this button. And not only, if you are familiar with the game, with the Man of War game, then you should know the direct control mode, which is enabled either by pressing the end key once and the direct control is locked, and you can unlock it again with the end key, or by pressing and keeping down the control key, which is missing in my case. So you press the control key, you keep it pressed, and you have just engaged the direct control. So you keep it pressed and you can do any move you like with a vehicle or an infantry. This joystick can do two moves simultaneously. For example, if I do this motion, it would be exactly like if I was pressing the control key and the up simultaneously. When I release the joystick, it's like I release all keys. So I do down, then the control button and the down arrow are simultaneously pressed. Left is the same, right is also the same. And this is the control key in cases that I want to direct control a tank, for example, and move the turret without moving the tank itself. So that's how I usually play. I have my fingers like that in this position. I direct control with this my tank, and when I am in firing position, I leave my tank there, keep the control button down pressed, and with the mouse I destroy my enemies. Alright, let's see now this controller in action. So I have just started a game, an online game, which I play me and myself only, to just demonstrate the capabilities and what this baby can do. So to do this, I will start first with the infantry, and I will make an SMG squad, from which I will select one man and I will put him here. And this one actually has a name, and his name is Stefan Bauer. Hello, Mr. Bauer. What we can do with Mr. Bauer now? First of all, I will demonstrate the infantry functions, some of the infantry functions of the controller, because it would take quite a while to show all, and this is not the purpose of this video. Alright, so we have Mr. Bauer here, we have a nice view of Mr. Bauer, and now I press this button, which is the F1 button. And what will Mr. Bauer do? He will get a frag grenade. And I press it, and you see that Mr. Bauer took the frag grenade, and that's why this button here became red. And now I will press this button, which is the F2 button, and Mr. Bauer should get an AT grenade. And yes, he took the AT grenade. Frag grenade, AT grenade, frag, AT, frag, AT, frag, AT. And what else can Mr. Bauer do? Oh yes, he can get a smoke grenade with this button. Frag grenade or AT grenade or smoke grenade. And what else he can do? He can change his stance in prone with this button, this first thumb button. And you can stand up again, down, up. A very good exercise for Mr. Bauer. Alright. And actually there are many other functions for this with this console. For example, I can see what Mr. Bauer holds with this button. Sorry, this was the navigate button. Yes, there is a navigate button in the game, which I can show some navigate positions. And now I will see what Mr. Bauer has with this button. Open, close with this button. I will get myself a Puma. And here is my Puma. Let's see now the joystick. I will push the joystick forward, and the Puma will go forward, and now backwards. And now I will go forward and turn right. Mr. Bauer runs for his life. And now forward and left. And there goes the fence of the poor farmer. And that's a very nice feature with this joystick, because you can instantly direct control the vehicles without having to occupy any other finger for this. For example, you don't have to occupy your finger to press the control, and you never forget to disengage the direct control, because by the time you leave the joystick, like now, the direct control is automatically disengaged. And also this button here demonstrates, simulates the control. Press the control button, because you may want to stop the vehicle like now and have direct control enabled like this. And I can turn the turret and say goodbye to Mr. Bauer. I'm sorry, Mr. Bauer. So, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to visit my website for more interesting projects. Oops, I'm sorry, tree. Oh, that must hurt.